When you watch a clip generated by Sora or make an image with Stable Diffusion 3, there's a specific architecture doing the heavy lifting underneath. For years, diffusion models leaned on a convolutional network to do their work. Then in 2022, Peebles and Xie asked a simple question. What if we swapped that network for a transformer instead? The answer, the Diffusion Transformer, or did, turn out to be the design that scales all the way up to frontier video generation. Let's unpack why. Start with the single swap sitting at the center of this idea, because honestly, that one swap is the whole story in miniature. Diffusion models generate by denoising, cleaning up a noisy signal step after step. For years, the network doing that denoising was almost always a convolutional unit. It worked, but as you try to make it bigger and pour in more compute, its gains got harder to predict. Scaling it up was a bit of a guessing game. DIT replaces that unit with a plain transformer, and the payoff is scaling behavior. Because it operates on the image as a set of tokens, it inherits the transformer's clean, reliable relationship between compute and quality. Pour in more, and the results improve predictably. That's exactly the property that powered large language models. Now let's trace one image through a diffusion transformer, block by block. First, it works in latent space, not raw pixels. An encoder compresses the image or a video frame into a compact latent. Denoising in this smaller space is far cheaper than wrestling with millions of pixels directly, which is a big part of why the whole thing is efficient. Then that latent gets sliced into patches, and each patch becomes a token. This is the key move in the whole design. It turns the image into a sequence, exactly the kind of input a transformer was built to chew through, in the very same way it handles words in a sentence. Now the transformer goes to work denoising those patch tokens. Crucially, it's conditioned on two extra signals: the time step telling it how noisy things currently are, and the text prompt describing what you want, usually injected through an adaptive layer NOR mechanism. Finally, once the tokens have been cleaned up over the diffusion steps, a decoder turns that denoised latent back into a full image. And because the core is a transformer, everything you learned about scaling language models carries straight over to pictures and video. Let's distill the diffusion transformer down to the three ideas that really matter. First, the swap itself. It takes the transformer, the workhorse of modern language models, and drops it in where the convolutional unit used to sit as the denoiser. Same diffusion recipe, a very different engine underneath. Second, it runs on latent patch tokens. Working in a compressed latent space and slicing it into patches turns generation into a sequence problem, letting a standard transformer conditioned on time step and prompt do all the denoising. Third, and this really is the headline, quality scales predictably with compute. Add more transformer blocks, or bigger ones, and sample quality reliably climbs right along with it. That clean, dependable scaling law is precisely why frontier tools like Sora and Stable Diffusion 3 adopted the design. All right, let's lock in 4 things worth holding on to about the diffusion transformer. First, DIT from Peebles and Xie in 2022 replaces the convolutional unit denoiser in a diffusion model with a transformer. Second, it works in latent space, splitting the latent into patch tokens that a standard transformer denoise, conditioned on the time step and prompt. Third, its headline property is a clean scaling law. More compute reliably buys better samples, just like it does for language models. And fourth, that scalability is why Sora and Stable Diffusion 3 are built on it. If you like seeing the engines behind the tools laid bare, Standarity.com keeps a whole collection of these explainers. Wander in any time.